Okay. I think we are good to start, sir. So, can I go ahead, Vijay sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great.
So, so very good afternoon, and I'm
So
thank.
I'll introduce and then probably you can take it over, right? Yeah. Just give me a couple of minutes. Okay. So a very warm welcome to all of you and a good afternoon. And this is one more interesting webinar from Startup Mitra. That's an under initiative from IESA. I thank you so much for everyone for joining this webinar. I'm sure this webinar overview about the NAT scheme would be very useful for each one of you because they are providing their benefits to irrespective of the domain or this thing. So it's very important to know what is in it and the steps and the process to follow because it's a scheme and an initiative from the government of India. So, all over India, whoever is there in whichever the part of the country, it will be very beneficial. So, thank you so much for attending, this webinar. And today's, let me, welcome today's speaker. That is our Sri Vijay Shankar Pandey, sir. He's a director of training and the board of apprenticeship training this thing. So he is there today to give a overview about the NATS program. So what is in it for the companies and then how we can apply, what is eligibility criteria and the total entire process. And I'm sure like most of our IESM member companies have already availed this benefit and they are continuing to avail the benefits from them. So it's an important discussion. So over to you, sir. So I request each one of you to mute yourself and take up the questions in the last 15 minutes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for introducing, and very good afternoon to all of you. And I'm really thankful for that we have received this opportunity from IESA, and earlier also we have interacted with the help of IESA with some members. So I hope that the today meeting also I will be giving some information related to National Apprenticeship Training Scheme. So to begin with, let me introduce myself. I am a Vijay Shankar Pandey, Director from Board of Apprenticeship Training, Southern Region, Chennai. My organization comes under Ministry of Education, Government of India. And we implement the National Apprenticeship Training schemes in southern states that includes Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, and Lakshadweep. Two union territories are also there. So this National Apprenticeship Training Scheme is implemented in southern states by Board of Apprenticeship Training, Southern Region. And if you see that the prime objective of this board is to implement and monitor the National Apprenticeship Training Scheme for graduates and diploma holders in engineering and non-engineering pass outs. And this is implemented in southern states by BOAT office. That is, in short, it is called as a BOAT, Board of Apprenticeship Training, Southern Region. If you see the journey of the Apprentices Act, it started in 1961. General 1961, when this act started, it was only for the ITI's pass outs. But in 1973, it was amended to include graduates and diploma holders in engineering pass outs. Again, it was amended in 86 to
Jay, we
include
can't see your
10
So
plus
screen.
2.
sorry to
Yeah.
interfere, but then like, your presentation mode has gone. I think you need to reshare the screen.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, yeah, so.
Okay. Okay, so this is the journey of Apprenticeship Act 1961, where it started in 1961, passed by the Parliament, and in 1973 it was amended to include graduate engineers, diploma engineers, and again, the major amendment came in 2014, where it has included even non-engineering graduates. That you can say that non-engineering means BA, BSc, BCom, even the diploma, non-engineering streams also like DED and all those kind of students were also included. Even the pursuing students were also included in that. But till 2021 we were implementing this scheme for graduate engineers only and diploma engineers only, because both comes under Ministry of Education. So based on though the act comes from the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, earlier it was a Ministry of Labor and Employment, and now Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship do all the amendments and all in the act. And it is being implemented by Ministry of Education, Department of Higher Education, because for higher education related students it is being implemented through boards only. So this is an implementation process only, it is being done by the Ministry of Education through boards for these four category of the people now. That is a graduate engineer, that you say BE Tech pass out, diploma engineers means polytechnics pass out, graduate non-engineers mean BA, BSc, BCom, and diploma non-engineers mean any DED and all those kind of students. So major amendment came in 14 that included all this non-engineering category, even pursuing candidates also. But we have been permitted to implement for the non-engineering graduates in 2021. So we started implementing for non-engineering graduates and diploma from 1st April 2021 onwards. And now one of the major development that has happened in the Apprenticeship Act under NATS is that pursuing students, we have been permitted with the latest guideline that was issued on 8th October 2024, where the pursuing students can also be covered under the Apprenticeship Act if it is including the industrial component, or that course is including the industrial component. So that can be brought under the Apprentices Act, and that benefit, Apprenticeship Act benefit, can also be achieved by them. Earlier it was not there. So this is the latest development in the NATS scheme. So I think now we can drive the NATS scheme for all the students who are pursuing even their courses, and in their courses if the industrial component is already involved, it should be either 6 months or even it can go up to 1 year. So this is the major development that recently, even you can say few days back, it has happened. So how this Apprenticeship Act is no any policy decision and all is being taken, there is a apex body, it is called Central Apprenticeship Council, having lot many members, more than 40-50 members. They take the decisions, act comes and gets amended in the Parliament. And now only for higher education, the Ministry of Education no takes that same act and get it implemented for all higher education related students through their four regional office located at northern region. We have a office called Board of Apprenticeship Training, northern region in Kanpur, southern region Chennai. So in southern region, headquartered at Chennai, but we cover entire southern states, all Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and the two union territory, that is a Puducherry and Lakshadweep. And we have one more office in eastern region, Kolkata, and western region, Mumbai. So we have only four offices. They cover their respective regions. So Board Asar is an autonomous body under Ministry of Education, and we implements NATS for four category of the people that I have just told for the in the southern region, and we liaison with the all industries, institutions, as well as the students also. And both ensures that all kind of institutions, all kind of establishments, whoever are there having some facility of the training, that can be brought under apprenticeship training schemes. And we do the entire processing through the digital platform, like registration, then certifications, then reimbursement or financial subsidy and all, everything is happening digitally. And some of the programs
Yeah, sir, your voice is not audible. I think you
okay.
may have to reshare the screen also.
Okay.
And put it in the presentation mode, sir. Or else, like,
Okay.
share it with me. I can share the screen to everybody.
Okay.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
No,
Just
no,
give
no
us a
issue.
minute. Yeah, yeah.
I think Zoom creates some issue actually. Yeah.
Okay.
It may not go. It may not go because size is very low. So actually, we have to create a link because the size is little heavy, so it may not go through email. So let me just try once
Yeah,
again
yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah.
keep informing me if it is not coming, so we can keep
Okay, okay. Done,
updating
sir.
it.
Done. Put it in the presentation mode. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I will go in a presentation mode itself.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, some of the add-on facilities that we extend to all for all our stakeholders, that is a industry, institute, and students. That is, we conduct apprenticeship fair kind of things where we invite all the industries registered with us, and the wide publicity will be given. So any students they can just walk in. So no, they can meet one-to-one interaction happens, and everything is free of cost. No, and nothing is chargeable either from the industries or from the students. Everything, all programs that is being conducted by this office is free of cost. No penny is chargeable at any point of time, any place. We do conduct the program kind of a career guidance programs in some colleges across the southern states, where we just inform them that what is the industry is looking for. And some industry institute meets like this with the help of IESA and kind of Southern India Chamber of Commerce or PICI or Hindustan Chamber of Commerce. Even sometimes now some of the association used to publish our articles also on time to time basis to reach to the number of the members of those particular associations. So, if you see the National Apprenticeship Training in a nutshell, it is one of the flagship scheme of the Government of India. Right now, it is being considered in top 10 if the scheme is being launched by the Government of India. In that, NATS scheme is one among them. So that lot of focus is there in this apprenticeship training. It is governed by the Apprentices Act 1961, and this scheme is not a new scheme. This act is also not a new act, and it is there from more than 4 decades, and it has a lot of amendment. It has brought a lot of flexibility also and lot of facility for the industries. Earlier many things were there that might be hindering, but now
Sir, we lost you again.
I think so. Is it visible and I am audible now?
You're audible, sir, but the
Okay.
screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible. Can you share
Okay.
once again?
Again I am sharing. Yeah. So just keep telling me that if it is not visible. So this offers practical hands-on training for a period of 1 year for these four category of the people. That is a graduate engineer, diploma engineers, graduate non-engineers, and diploma non-engineers. And now recently that I have just told that now it is covering even the pursuing students of graduate engineering, diploma engineering, and graduate even non-engineering and diploma in non-engineering. If their course curriculum is having industrial component, that can also be brought under the apprenticeship training. Earlier that might be implemented a kind of like intensive training and all. So some kind sometimes no, generally it is no, without cost, without any payments and all. Sometimes the even industry used to charge for that intensive training, but now here the facility will be there that there will be minimum stipend that for graduate is 8,000, and for diploma if they are pursuing, so it will be 7,000 rupees, where 50% of this statutory amount will be shared by the Government of India, and remaining 50% are over and above whatever industry feels like that they can share it. So it is going to be, we are really looking a lot of push for this particular component, so that we can drive more and more industry institutions to avail this opportunity. And since it is a part of curriculum, certainly we will be looking towards this with more and more focus. Employers benefit from the dual component of reduced operational cost and future pool of candidates. So here the industries are also getting minimum stipends are prescribed, and there is no labor laws and all that I will be coming at later. So it has a it is a kind of win-win situation for the industry as well as the students, that once the industry is training, so they are readily available. Sometimes if they require or some other industry requires the same kind of students, even our portal will also be having the MIS, that those kind of student who have been trained in which sector, so that database will be readily available. So any industry who have already taken the apprentices are in future, if they are looking for those completed apprentices, and if they are willing, so that database can also be accessed by those industries. So NATS, it is always at intersection of education and employment. And now overall skilling landscape. So some of the important points that I have taken from different sources. So you see that India adds 12 million peoples ever. It has its own strength. It has its own challenges, and lot of opportunities are also there. So strength is that we have every a month almost, or every year you can say nearly 12 million people are getting added in these job markets. And if you see the challenges, that many reports says that only 75% of technical graduates and 90% of other graduates in India are considered unemployable. So how to make them employable, that is a biggest question. So opportunity is there, that existing facility available at the industry can be utilized fully, and we have a lot of
So we lost you again. Can you please reshare?
so next. So if we have also gone through that, what are the latest trend in the market, and how
So
what
the
are
screen is not visible. So it's better that probably share the link or this thing to me, like I can.
yeah. So can you give me 2 minutes, because we have to create a link and then we can share it, because it is a little higher in size.
Okay, okay, okay. I think by that time, like you try sharing the screen and then keep
Okay.
talking meanwhile, sir.
Okay.
Audience, sorry for the inconvenience. I think this is the first time that we are facing this issue. But
No problem.
trust me, it will be worth.
Yeah, Zoom
Yeah,
actually
thanks.
is have some this kind of problems.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So we'll fix that.
Is it visible, ma'am, now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so some of the latest trend in the job market, we have seen that what the industry particularly requires. So it is based on our experience and discussion with all kind of industry. We have come to some conclusion that these are some of the areas. If you see that most of the recruiters is looking for, that problem solving and critical thinking, communication and interpersonal skills, and attitude towards work, creativity and innovation. So these are some areas that really industries look for in these students. And some of the core skills that they are looking for, that also we have just gone through, that what are the core skills, because we closely interact with industries on day-to-day basis. So these ideas were given by the industries, that what are the core skills. So if you see the cognitive, engagement, management and physical ability, ethics, self-efficacy, cooperativeness, all these kind of industry and their contributions industries are looking for. And some areas that they are looking for even reskilling also, that what are the areas can be reskilled. So that also I have just taken out, so I will not discuss all these points. Some of the areas that is emerging sectors, and in that what are the sub areas that industries are looking for. like AI and machine learning, sustainability, business intelligence, e-commerce, robotics. So these are some of the areas where most of the jobs are going to be created. So like we used to listen always that the latest trend and technology that is going to come that may take away the job and all, it is not so. Lot of jobs in new and emerging areas are going to be created, but our students should be ready for that. So how they will be ready for that? It is obviously the apprenticeship training will play an important role in that. And if there is a readiness, means if a pipeline of the skilled people through apprenticeship or any other mode of training are readily available, so it will not be a big challenge for the industries. So some of the now I'll come to the core about apprenticeship training. So apprenticeship training, it is not like a classroom training, because the students, they have already undergone 3 years 4 years course, and they know they have sufficient knowledge, and it is 100% on the job trainings. There is no need of any kind of a classroom training and all. From day one they can be utilized in the regular production activities also. Some kind of orientation programs as it might be required in the different kind of industries. So yes, that only may be possible. Otherwise, know how it is very much available with them. Only do how we have to train during the training process. So my voice is clear or not, ma'am? Is it? Am I audible, ma'am?
Sir, there is some itching
You're audible,
noise.
sir. We can hear you.
You're audible. There is some noise in the background.
No, everything is off here. Any noise is coming?
Now it's clear. Now it's clear, sir.
Okay, okay. Please just keep telling me, because some issue we are facing. So my PPT is visible. My presentation is visible, sir.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, sir, it is
Okay.
visible.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you so much. So it is 100% on the job training, and there is no some kind of a special classroom or some kind of a special someone should be assigned for training them and all. Generally, industries may think of someone should be assigned. No, some supervision should be there on these students, because they are the just pass out, and they may not be fully acquainted with the departments, the people's, the ethics of the companies and all. So those things only need to be taken care of in a part, as a part of the orientation. Otherwise, it is on the job training only. And apprentices, yes, who are working as a trainee in under Apprentices Act, they are called as a apprentices. So if you see the eligibility also, so some kind of eligibility is also mentioned in the Apprentices Act. If you see, so anyone who have passed out in last 5 years,
Your voice is not audible, sir. We can't hear you.
okay, okay. So am I audible now?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. So I think just I was talking before that who is apprentice and all. I think it might have been heard. All of you might have. And eligibility, now I was just talking about that any graduates or diploma who have passed out. When I say graduates and diploma, it covers both technical and non-technical. Technical means engineering side, and non-technical means all general stream like BA, BSc, BCom. So last 5 years pass out students are eligible. they can only join for apprenticeship training program. But there is one more condition added in the Apprenticeship Act. It is saying that they should not have 1 year or more than 1 year experience. So this is another criteria is given. So any students who is meeting these two criteria can be engaged by the industry as apprentice. Means 1 year experience, if you say that the question may be like 6 months they have here contract job, 6 months somewhere, 3 months, like that. So here what we apply that equal to at a time they should not have undergone or have 1 year experience, no, continuously for a period of 1 year. So this you have to see. If it is 6 months here, 3 months there, then you can consider them. But continuously, it should not be 1 year experience in any industry. They should have it. And additional provision that I told you very recently on 8th October have been added. It is any pursuing students from these two streams, that is a technical and non-technical graduate and diploma, is also eligible to undergo apprenticeship training. And here also rankings, stipend, everything is covered under Apprenticeship Act. So one side, left hand side, if you see, they are the pass out students, and pass out students having eligibility means last 5 year pass outs, and they should not have 1 year experience. But right hand side, if you see that the pursuing students means any graduates or diploma, whether technical or non-technical, if they are pursuing, they can also equal benefits. It will be there, only stipend parts will be little lower, it will be very minimal in thousands only, but they will be equally treated as an apprentice. And it will be, earlier we were giving the name as a like a graduate sandwich or diploma sandwich. So this will be implemented in that line itself. They will be called as a graduate sandwich and diploma sandwich course students, because earlier some kind of courses were running under sandwich pattern, where the already existing component was there, but only few colleges across the country, like if you see in Karnataka, JSS Polytechnic, they run one cooperative scheme where they run one course, electronics engineering, where 2.5 years plus half year already embedded with the industrial component. And from last many decades they were implementing under they were training those students as a part of study under Apprenticeship Act, and they were getting benefit, stipendary benefits and all the other benefits also under Apprentices Act. So since now recently we got this approval also, so it will be extended across the spectrum for all kind of students also. So now some of the important features of the National Apprenticeship Training is that it is a statutory obligation under Apprentices Act 1961 that any industry, if they are having 30 or more than 30 manpower, they have to engage the apprentices. It is a statutory obligation. If they have a 4 to 29 manpower, it is optional. If they want to engage, they can engage. If it is not so, yes, they cannot engage. If it is less than 4, so they are not eligible to engage the apprentices. But how many apprentices they can engage? It is from 2.5% to 15% of the total manpower. And this, when we say the total manpower, it includes even contract, outsource, all kind of manpower it includes. And the minimum stipend for the graduate engineers or graduate non-technical stream, you can say BABSC, it is 9,000 rupees per month per candidate. This is the minimum statutory stipend. Means it is not linked with the minimum basis of any states. It is fixed. It is notified in the Gazette of the Government of India that for any graduates, minimum stipend is that it should not be paid less than that 9,000 rupees, and for diploma 8,000 rupees. It is same for both engineers and non-engineers also, non-technical people also. And in this 50% of this amount, now earlier we were reimbursing to the employers, but now from 1st January 2024 onwards, the 50% of this statutory amount, when I say statutory, means 9,000 and 8,000, means 4,500 and 4,000 rupees are getting transferred in the bank account of the students who is working as apprentices, and it goes directly through DBT in their bank account itself. And for this, the industry has to upload their performance. For that, a template is there in the system. Monthly basis, they can upload the performance, and accordingly we trigger for initiating the payments, and that gets credited in their bank account. Another feature is that, you know, you can say if any industry going to engage the apprentices up to 2.5%, so yes, it is a statutory obligation if they have a 30 or more than 30 manpower. But if they are going to engage over and above 2.5%, so how many students they are engaging over and above 2.5%? So the entire expenditure made for over and above 2.5% numbers, that can be booked under CSR also. So this is another benefit that industry can get it. And minimum labor laws are, you can say, there is no labor laws like PF, ESI, minimum wages, gratuity, bonus, or anything applicable on these people, on these apprentices for a period of 1 year. Okay, so these are benefits for the industries. If you see some of the other benefits that whatever we have spoken so far for the industries, like it is being implemented under statutory obligation, yes, by the industries. But if you see the process, sometimes industry think that the entire database or some kind of panel will be offices, government offices will be having, and both office may post their data and all. Nothing like that. Complete autonomy is there in the selection process. Means I can say if in one line or one liner that in sourcing, hiring, selection, trainings, everything, it is the prerogative of the industry. We are nowhere in the picture at any point of time, but yes, we support the industry if they ask our help. Like sometimes some of the industry will say that we need the database, so yes, the industry once enrolled with us, they can directly fetch the data in the ratio of 1:4.
Sir, again, we lost you.
So is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so autonomy in selection is there. Minimum labor laws, as I was very clear in that, like PFSI, minimum wages, gratuity, bonus, nothing is applicable for these people for a period of 1 year. And whatever subsidy that we were giving earlier in form of reimbursement, now we are directly transferring in the bank account of the apprentices through direct benefit transfer method. And bulk upload facility we have also created, that suppose if some industry is engaging more and more numbers, so they don't have to put the data one by one by one, it can be uploaded in a bulk manner. So that kind of facility is also created. And another important facility that has been created in the system is that suppose if one industry is having multiple units across the state, let us say, and earlier the provision was that each unit need to be enrolled. But now if that industry feels that no, with one industry are like registering their headquarter, head office, or any one units, and want to comply for all the units across the state or across the region or across the country, pan India, it is possible. Any one units can be enrolled, and compliance can be done across the country, even across the region, across the states, across the districts. And selection and training, deployment, everything can be done within the country, anywhere, anytime. Selection and sourcing, hiring, training, selection, everything can be done no anywhere with any one unit. So this is a very much flexibility given. This flexibility is given to the industries to register by, rather than having number of registration, having only one registration and be compliant by a single registration. And we always recognize the establishments and the establishment who are working with us from many decades. So even if you have any kind of questions about the boards and all, even a lot of industries in each states are there, so they will be kind of our brand ambassador, that how the boards are responding to their queries and how they are how the boards are helpful to them. So that can easily be uh, that industry can be contacted itself. And one of the important features that we have developed in the portal, that some of the industry, generally they say, particularly IT and ITS industry, they say that we don't want your money, but we want to be compliant as per the act. So for them also we have created one important feature, that while enrolling, the industry can enroll as a non-reimbursement mode, where they will not take any subsidy from the government. And in that case, no the and in that case also, as I told you, that we are, if the industry is not going to take any money, so we also don't want that they should invest some time in our portal. No, that also we don't want. So in that case, we have given a wonderful feature where a specific template is there, where they can just push the data in the portal, and there, then and there itself, their compliance will be over for an entire financial year. Nothing else they have to do in the portal. If they are registering under non-reimbursement mode, template is there, fill the data, upload it into the system, and system will take care remaining thing. It itself will create enrollment id, contract id, and everything will be over for full financial year. Industry has to do nothing after that. And in this non-reimbursement case also, since industry is not taking, if industry is engaging over and above 2.5%, so entire expenditure can be booked still under CSR. So this benefit is still there, even though.
Sir, we lost you again. So not able to hear you, but screen is visible.
Yeah, now am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was just discussing about that single enrollment and compliance. So across the region, across the state, across pan India, any one unit can enroll and they can be compliant. And even if they want that, we can issue a kind of certification also, that yes, all the units are being compliant. Sometimes no, different unit across the country, across the state, if it is there, and sometimes these regulatory bodies and all other comes, so they want to see that whether it is apprentice or something else. So even nowadays we are issuing even a certificate also, ki these industries having this many units, these are the units, and they are complying the apprenticeship act in these no many numbers, how many numbers they are engaging and all. So those certification also we used to give, so just to facilitate the industry rather than someone comes and disturb them. So all kind of facilitation also being given. And non-reimbursement, I was just talking about that any industry, if they register under non-reimbursement mode, because once they start enrolling, system will be asking type of enrollment. So there will be three type of enrollment, that is a full reimbursement, partial reimbursement, and non-reimbursement. So once they select non-reimbursement, in that case, we don't want industry to invest some time in the portal, means we don't want to take their much time in the portal. In that case, we have created a very simple template where they can just push the data into the portal, how many apprentices, or that with complete details they can push it, and then and there itself their compliance is over. After that, they don't have to do anything into the system. And in this case also, even if it is a non-reimbursement mode, the if they are engaging over and above 2.5%, so how many students are being engaged and over and above 2.5%, it can be covered under CSR. Still that facility is there. So being non-reimbursement, but still complying for the CSR, means CSR can be covered for non-reimbursement type of enrollment also. So some of the other benefits here, since thousands and lakhs of students used to enroll in this portal, so by enrolling in the portal, if industry enrolls, they are going to get a large pool of the database from the portal itself. They don't have to give any kind of, and they don't have to invest any money for getting the students. So this database is also like any students across the country may be enrolling, so they can directly access the database 1:5 ratio, and they can operate it as per their existing criteria, company criteria. We are nowhere in the picture at any point of time. And 2.5% to 15%, as I told earlier, they can be engaged, no labor loss, few, and a lot of, even once you train and then we don't leave the database, even after completion of the training, those database in which sector, which area they have been trained, those database are also available in the portal. And there is a specific module that we called as a post apprenticeship permanent support. So even for
So we lost you.
I think again it got disconnected. Yeah. So uh,
So again disconnect. So can anybody from your team can share the presentation with me? Is that, will that work?
yeah, just we are trying, ma'am. This.
Because it's happening for every 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, that's what even. So no, and this we don't leave this database just like that. It will be available in the post apprenticeship support, and even if any industry looking for those database, that can also be shared. And at the end of the training, establishment can choose, and again after completion of 1 year training, there is no obligation that those students will be given a kind of permanent employment. So it is up to the industry. It is also, it is not.
இதுல வந்து that file itself post மட்டும் missing சார் ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருங்க.
No, this is working.
சார் நான் ஒரு மெசேஜ் அனுப்புகிறேன் டக்குன்னு சார் கரெக்டாக
I can open the this no
Yes, yes,
PPT,
now
just a PPT open now. How they will see, no?
எஸ் ஒரு நிமிஷம் சார் நான் வந்து
Give me 1 minute.
ஓகே என்ன பண்ணலாம் சார் அந்த டைப் இது அவரோட லேப்டாப் சார் அவர் லேப்டாப்
இது சாரோட தானே?
சார்
சாரோட தானே?
டைவிடு இந்த இதா
தானே?
இதான் இது டைவில் போட்டு
So is there an issue?
மை டைம்
அவ்வளோ டைம். Can I disconnect it, sir? Cancel. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible. Yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am, am I audible?
You're audible, sir, but your screen is not visible. You're able to hear?
Okay.
मुझे sending.
Is still
Yeah, yeah.
screen
Now
is
it
not
is visible.
visible?
Yeah, now it
Okay.
is visible, sir. Go ahead,
Okay.
please.
Okay. 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 So I was just talking about that CSR benefits can be taken, and most of the industries now they are looking for this towards this NATS scheme, because it is kind of a scheme that is helping them, and there is a lot of push with this scheme, and many all the sectors earlier when we were having only graduate engineers and diploma engineers, so we were not touching many sectors. But now with the arrival of this these two trades, that is a non-engineering graduates and diploma, even all kind of industries, we are focusing on that, and we are getting lot of this scheme is very receptive among the industries. And you can just see that even we can share the dashboard, almost around 400 industry so far in the 6 month itself we have registered as on date new industries that I am talking about. Those traditional industries already with us, but these industries are already no in the 6 month itself we could bring new 400 industries. And if you can see the kind of contribution that is being made in this scheme from the different sectors, so IT sector is playing a major role, and followed by you can say manufacturing sector and some other industries also. Now some other sector means a kind of like agri food and textiles, all those kind of sectors also contributing more in this apprenticeship training. So if you see that last year 22-23 almost around 70,000 apprentices we could place across southern region, and 23-24 around 60,000 we could place, and this year till now itself we have crossed around 55,000 as on date itself, means almost no we will be crossing, at least our target is 1,40,000. So this year at least we will be crossing 1 lakh plus numbers minimum. And now I'm coming to the actual process how this scheme works. So if you see that this is the entire cycle of apprenticeship training, and if you see the kind of work that industry has to do, it is very very minimal. Like if you see the orange color, step number 1, 3, 4, 7 and 9, these are the total steps that industry has to do in the portal, and step number is only once in a lifetime. So what is the meaning of
Sir, lost you again. So you're mute, so you're on mute, not able to hear your voice.
Yeah. So I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So the industry enrollment can be done by the industry, and there are only 5 steps that industry has to do. Because if you see the step number one, it is once in a lifetime. So who is going to enroll? Industry is going to first enroll in a digital platforms having the URL nats.education.gov.in. In that, what are the things they require? We don't require any kind of documentation. Suppose if they are going to enroll for the non-reimbursement mode, only their registration certificate is required, nothing else, no documentation is required. That only they have to upload in the system itself, and we are just asking the basic data about their organization details and how many manpowers are there, where they are located. That's all. They can submit it, and within 24 hours we are giving them approval also. This is our commitment that we will give if it is not Saturday and Sunday. And if it is under reimbursement mode or partial reimbursement mode, they are going to enroll. In that case, we require some documentation where their registration certificates, latest IT written copy, and structured training module. These are the 3 documents only we require, that they have to upload it into the system itself. And if you see, there is a URL that nats.education.gov.in. If they will open, there will be a tab called establishment. They can just go and register. They will be getting OTP on their mobile phone and email IDs, and they can verify it, submit the data, and they will get enrollment ID, and that will get approval. Once that gets approved, after that only the industry becomes eligible to engage the apprentices. So how to engage the apprentices? I will be coming to that. Obviously, all the flexibility is given to the industry, that whatever method they want to adopt to engage the apprentices, or whatever methods right now may be prevailing in the industry, the similar methods also they can, after even dovetailing their process with the NATS scheme or with this portal, same process can be continued. There is no iota of deviation in the selection process. So once they are selected, students are selected and have joined physically in the industry, after that they have to create the contract. But before contract creation in the portal, because after that only we will come to know that yes, the student have joined in some particular industry. So before contract creation, those students also need to be enrolled in the portal, same enrollment, same URL. In that, they have to enroll as a student. Once they enroll in the portal, and during enrollment there is also a prerequisite, and that prerequisite is like their this provisional certificate, their Aadhaar copy. In future we are going for eKYC, so even that Aadhaar copy also will not be required. Once they submit, they will get enrollment ID. That industry can just take it from them and go and to their login and just create the contract. So once they create the contract online itself, that manual and all everything is available in our website, that can be just followed. It will be a kind of just clicking process only, that will be completed. So here it is a tripartite contract agreement for apprentices. Industry is creating, and he has to accept, that concerned student has to accept. So online itself it goes to the student. Once industry login, create the contract based on the enrollment ID of the student, it goes to the student. They have to accept it. Once they accept it, it comes to us both for contract number generation. So we generate the contracts as per act. Within a month we have to generate the contract number. Once contract number is generated, after that industry has to upload the monthly performance in the portal, and a template is ready made. If it is few candidates, one or two, it same template can be, same fields can be utilized. And if it is more number of candidates, industry can download the Excel template, upload the data as per requirement in the templates. And month on the basis of that performance monthly basis, we starts the payment directly in the student's bank account. So this continues for a period of 1 year, and once they complete 12-month training, subsequently the system triggers for generating the certificate of proficiency, and that gets linked in their login also, means students login also and industry login, that can be downloaded. After that, after completion of 1 year training, there is no obligation that students will be given the job. But here one point again I would like to say at step number 4, that while creating the contracts, once industry goes and create the contract, during contract creation, few points will be asked from the industry. That will be the area of training, stipend amount, and which section they are going to be engaged. So there are two specific sections, that is a section 22.1 and 22.2. So 22.1 says that by default it will be my cursor will be, and it will be on radio button 22.1. It says that after 1 year there is no obligation that they will be provided the government job. But if industry selects 22.2, in that case after 1 year they will be provided permanent job after completion of 1 year training. So these options are also available, 22.1 and 22.2. That, and whenever the industry change the radio button, that clicks, it displays the pop-up message also. So it is very much handy, and flexibility is there, that any option that industry can choose. Even if industry is assured that suppose if they are going to take after 1 year training, so then also if they want to select 22.1, they can select 22.1 itself. So it is up to the industry to choose. Next, prerequisite for the establishment enrollment, that I have already briefed, that it requires only 3 documentation if it is under reimbursement category or a partial reimbursement category. If it is under non-reimbursement, only we require registration certificate itself, and industry should have a valid mobile number and email ID, because the entire communication will go through email only. So that should be a valid, and later on if they want to change the email ID, that can also be done in the portal. So the steps I have already told here, that URL is nats.education.gov.in. In that, the industry can just click enroll, put the data, and very basic data we are asking, that address, then total manpower details, then requirements, and upload these documentation also. And once it is submitted, the user ID and password gets generated by the system. So if you see the industry enrollment process, in once industry gets enrolled, even we have a manual also, it is readily available, and from our website. So we just, once the data comes to us, once it is successfully submitted, then only that data comes to us, industry enrollment complete form comes to us. We verify that each and everything's there, and sometimes if we feel something is missing, we send it back also to the industry as a seek clarification. So the industry can see that what is remarks column, and they can just get it updated, the data, and they can resubmit it. Before approval, any kind of data, if industry wants to update in the enrollment process, they can update. But once approval is given, so if are any changes, they have to come, there is a system for change request in their login itself. They have to opt for that option for changing any like email ID to be changed, or number of manpower need to be changed, or mobile number need to be changed. So for any change, they have to come via change request. And after that, you see that once industry is going to enroll, so it will be asking what type of enrollment you are going to do. So there are 3 types of enrollment that we have made a provision. It is based on the demand of the industry. Earlier it was not so. So non-reimbursement, full reimbursement, and partial reimbursement. Non-reimbursement cases, a very simple approach we have adopted, that industry time should not be wasted in this case. So once they are approved as a non-reimbursement industry, they can access, and a simple process is that template is there, they can just download it, upload the data, their compliance is over for full financial year, nothing else need to be done. And subsequently, if they are going for the full reimbursement and partial reimbursement, what is the meaning of full reimbursement and partial? Means the industry is willing, in case of full reimbursement, willing to take the subsidy for the apprentices undergoing training in their organization. And in case of partial reimbursement means, let us say if it is 100, only for 30 or 40 they are going to take reimbursement, and remaining may be non-reimbursement. So it is the meaning of partial reimbursement. But in these 2 cases, the normal flow will prevail. Means the student has to enroll, and industry has to create the contracts. Once contract is created, it goes to a student for acceptance. When they accept, it comes to both for contract number generation. Once contract number is generated, after that every month industry can upload the performance, and then the subsidy goes to the bank account of the apprentices. So this process need to be continued for a 12-month period, because training period is for a period of 1 year only.
So we lost you. I think I'll share the screen for you, if that's okay.
Yeah, you are going to share.
Yeah, sir. I think you can see.
Please,
Can you
please.
just specify the slide number? I think 25.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yes, this one. Yes. So here, after completion of 1 year training, the certificate of proficiency will be delivered. It will be available in the student's login also, as well as the industry login also. So it can be downloaded by directly the students also, and it can be given by the industries also. After 1 year, there is no obligation that they will be provided the permanent job. But if the industry has selected 2 during the contract creation process, in that case, it is a binding on both sides that they have to accept the offer, and industry has to provide the permanent job in their establishments. So it is up to the industry to choose either 22.1 or 22.2. Yes, next, please. So next, please. Yeah. Yeah. So next, so how next process is that how the students can enroll in the portal. Again, it is a prerequisite is that they should have their Aadhaar card, they should have their provisional certificates, and they should have their bank account information handy. Remaining things is just their information like mobile number, email ID, and also address, and so on and so forth. So these information should be available with the students. Again, same process for the enrollment. In the enrollment page itself, means once they open the dashboard of the portal, they have to click students, and they can register also, and they will get user ID and password. Means enrollment ID and password, they will be getting it from the portal. Yeah, so this is the same process is there here, that they have to come apply and get hired. So what are the benefits for the students here is that if you see that once the student is enrolled in the portal, they can apply by searching the list of establishment. 50 establishment they can search at a time, and they can apply to 50 establishment at a time itself. And once they apply, this data go and get tagged in the industry login, which is a downloadable from the industry site. So if the industry wants to operate on this database, yes, they can operate it. But if they don't want to operate, that is also well and good. They can choose their own database itself. And suppose once a student is enrolled, so his database will be also downloadable from the industry side also. So that industry can download the data, as I told earlier, that into 1:5 ratio, that also they can download it. Third benefit that student can get it, that if any industry is giving the advertisement, one of the important feature in this portal is that suppose one industry sitting at Bangalore, they want to any like no, anywhere across the country, if they want to select, let us say pan India, they want to select, so industry has to invest a lot of money for that. But here there is no investment at all. They can just publish their advertisement. A kind of feature is there. Okay, they can select either same district or same state or same region or across pan India, and they can even district wise also they can publish their requirement, and students will apply accordingly. But even if they want pan India also, that their advertisement should be reflected. So important feature is that it gets linked into the corresponding students based on their subject field. Suppose if the company requires computer science, and then if they want to advertise pan India, so in that case, how many students have enrolled as a computer science students in the all students home page, their advertisement will be linked. So it will be just saying that apply now, apply now. So once they apply, again all the entire database gets linked to that particular industry. So now again industry is having a huge database that they can work upon, that what process they have to follow. Again, it is up to the industry to follow their own criteria to select the students. And I think some query has come that whether any fee is chargeable. As I told at beginning itself, no penny is chargeable at any point of time, either industry enrollment or students enrollment or contract creation or during the reimbursement process. In this scheme, it is a social sector scheme where not a single penny at any point of time is chargeable. Yes, where it is chargeable, if students want a duplicate certificate, but that also will not be required because now digital era is there. But before that, in manual process, when they want some duplicate certificate, so we were charging 100 rupees at that time only. And now there is no, yes, if they want some kind of, some industry comes for verification of the credentials, whether they have undergone apprenticeship training or not, at that time only we charge 500 rupees. Otherwise, at any point of time, there is nothing chargeable at any point of time during this entire apprenticeship cycle itself. Next, please. So now, as I have already told that selection process. So in the selection process, any method can be adopted. You see, industry can adopt any methods. As I, lot of database will be there. At least if you see the pan India registration, minimum 3 to 4 lakh students will be enrolling on yearly basis across pan India under this scheme, because portal is same for all the 4 region. So and data can be accessed by the industry of any region with across the country. So in that case, no, industry can adapt to fetch the data from the portal across the country, or they want no, a database from our side that we can share. Yes, we can also share. And if suppose they want to publicize the advertisement, they can publicize also. They can want to go for campus recruitment, they can go with that. They want to give their own advertisement, or they want to approach some colleges. Any methods can be adopted by the industry to engage the apprentices. There is no restriction in the act that what is the methodology that industry should adopt for engaging the apprentices. Yes, I told at beginning that 2 points should always be taken care of, that they should have passed out in last 5 years, and they should not have equal to 1 year or more than 1 year or greater than 1 year experience continuously. Yes, next please. So benefits of the NATS, I have already told that when the students enrolls, what are the benefits that they can have it. They at a time 50 industries, they can search it and apply it in a single click. They can get the opportunity in all kind of sectors. It is not only in a private sector or central sector or state sector. All kind of sector they can select and they can apply, and they can see the vacancy advertisement of various establishment. And in their dashboard itself, that I have already told that if any industry, that is important feature of this portal is that if any industry want to advertise through this portal, either within the district or within the, you can say, state, or within the region, or with pan India, so that their advertisement will be published across pan India in the students login, which they can see and apply accordingly. So it is working very well. Sometimes the industry of a particular state will say, I am not getting the candidates. So based on our experience, we suggested them that why don't you explore the possibility of advertising across pan India. So they got huge database, and again when they operated upon, they got all the students joined. So that will help them. Yes, and now some of the important things that is happening in this act is that
So we lost your voice.
please go back. Go back, ma'am. Go back, ma'am. Back. Yeah, go back, ma'am. Yeah, so this I have already told that yes, they will get all these benefits in a single enrollment. They can access the industry can also similarly get benefited. They can access the database. Students can also access the database of 50 establishment and they can apply. So it is again win-win kind of situation where it is a platform and we are just an interface, and it can be both can be benefited out of it. Next, please. So this is one of the important feature that we have just started. As you might be knowing that national education policy mandates that any kind of learning need to be creditized. So we have also started that since 1 year apprenticeship training is a full time on the job training in the industry. So why not this can be creditized? So we are working towards this, and we have just started on pilot basis for the IT and ITS sector, where there will be a kind of modular programs for a period of 1 year, and in that modular programs let us say 5 modules will be there, and that modules will be having no kind of learning portfolios, and that need to be assessed by the trainee, that need to be assessed by the supervisor of the industry where they are working, and then it will be assessed by a particular some universities. So based on their assessment and marks, credits will be converted, and that they will get the credit also after 1 year completion of the training. So right now, what is happening in the Apprenticeship Act and apprenticeship training is that student is getting certificates, student is getting the monetary benefits also. Industry is also getting all level large benefits and CSR benefits and all. Now one more benefit is, one more feather is going to be added in this apprenticeship training is that why not this apprenticeship training can also be creditized, and that credits in future they are going to redeem it, and how redemption and all will be there, that is again it is going to come, but certainly once the credit is there they will be redeeming it. So we are just thinking that why not like no they like a BTech plus 1 year apprenticeship training, why not they can be given directly second year admission in the MTech programs, or some kind of courses that they have to skip. But that is again it is continuing, but at least we have started on pilot basis to creditize the apprenticeship. And in this case, if they opt for this, will be optional only. Once they opt for creditization, it is optional for the student. Those who want to carry with this accreditization process, they can do it. But if someone don't want, yes. And in this case, right now to begin with, for assessment there will be nothing chargeable, but in future that assessment only will be chargeable, because the university that is going to issue the certificates, additional certificates if they want for accreditization, yes, in that case they have to pay some 100, 200, 500 rupees, whatever that will be, policy matters. But we have started this creditization process, modules have been made ready, and the student while doing apprenticeship training, if they do this assessment also, they get this assessment. And mostly what the industry is doing in that area only, the assessment will be there. Some additional things that industry has to find out, that what is the learning outcomes, because we have defined the learning portfolio, assessment should be there, and based on the assessment they will be getting credits, and that credits will be accumulated. And once it is accumulated, in future it can be redeemed. As I told you how it can be redeemed, either they have to skip some courses, or they can be given directly second year admissions, in BTech plus 1 year might be second year, no, or they can get some YAMOOC certificates and all. So that is under pipeline, but we have started on pilot basis to look into that how it is going on. So this is one more feather has been added in this apprenticeship training program. So this is another benefits will be there for the
So we lost your voice. I think like we may end it in another 5 minutes because with the interest of time, it's we have passed already 15 minutes.
Yeah, so I think now it is over,
Mm.
ma'am. So you can
Yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah, so you
Mm.
can just see that back kindly. So we have already finished that. Next,
Yeah, yeah.
please.
So next is the testimonials.
Testimonials only, so you can
Mm.
just see that how our reach is there. So these are some of the students. You can see Saint Govind India Private Limited, they are engaging our apprentices, and they are a wonderful model that they are adapting, that from day one they inform the students that if you are going to perform well, they are going to absorb after 1 year apprenticeship training. They are not going to just leave. And their stipend and all, it is, though government stipend is 9,000, but they are giving a very good stipends to these apprentices. So some of the testimonial we have taken recently, it was taken. And next we have some testimonial from the industry side also. So you can see the Pegatron company, that is no kind of iPhone manufacturing company. They are also, so all kind of industries, they are with us. And we are industries are very receptive about this scheme, and our approach also very flexible towards them. We find out a solution that how we can fit into their shoes. It is not like that
Mm.
this is a very rigid model we have adopted. We try our best. Since this pursuing student was not with us, so we tried our hard, and that also we got it approved. So I think that will be going a long way. So some of the industry representatives testimonial is also there. So this is just, you can see this video was taken, if you can just play for 1 minute and stop it, though this video was taken in recently in the industry. And this is a say about so I think voice is not coming.
Um, 1 second.
Yeah, you can leave it, ma'am. That is just
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the,
Why?
yeah.
Because it's a Tamil version. I don't think
Yeah.
many people
Yes,
would
you can skip, ma'am. You can
Yeah.
skip. So some of our partners, you can see that all kind of industries are with us, whether it is IT, ITS, or it is a manufacturing or pharma sector industries, or you can say textiles, or you can say FMCGs, insurance. So now our focus is all kind of industry, because we are covering non-engineering graduates also. And even so far in this financial year, as I just told you, we have around received the registration of more than 400 industry, new industry, almost 3,500 industry we are serving across southern states. And in that 400 came from this year itself registration. So for some queries, yeah, so this is my detail. And I urge you all, I request you all that if you have any query, any clarification, even after this meeting also, feel free,
Yeah.
kindly note it down. And whenever you feel free, you can call me, you can drop your queries, you can drop your any kind of no if you have a doubt or clarification, kind of support that you require from our side, we are always there. And to support, even ISC is also there. Even if they can help us out, we can come over there itself and help you out in a small group meet and all also. So we are very flexible. Take this scheme as a very flexible scheme, not a typical government schemes. And any kind of support that we can do within the framework, we are always there. And feel free
Yeah.
that this scheme will really help you out all. So with this,
Yeah.
I thank you all, and thank you especially the madam and Gautami madam and IESA for giving me this opportunity. And feel free
Yes, sir.
whenever you feel about coming with NATS.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And sorry, everyone, for the glitch that has happened. I think we make sure next time onwards we don't face this. And thank you so much for your patience, sir. Like, the presentation itself has shown a lot of interest from our participants that everyone had asked for it and, taken it from your team. And thanks to your team as well, who has actively responded to all our participants over the chat box. Thank you so much, sir. And we look forward for more of sessions. And we will also invite you for for future sessions that we have anything in physical for in our events. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Any question answer 5 minutes, I think someone might be looking, that will be the wonderful if
I think they have asked some questions in the chat box, and from your team, they have answered it all.
okay.
Yeah.
So anyone, if you want any
Yeah.
one or
Anybody,
two
if you have
questions.
any questions, we can take it up. So,
Hi, this is Pradeep. I had already asked one question. So, say suppose some training institutes they want to collaborate with you. So, can they be empaneled in it, or how does that go?
Will be the training methodology in the training institute. So whether they will be just training and or they will be in a position to pay the stipend also, because this model is learning by doing and earning while learning. So whether that model can be dovetailed with the institute where they are being trained.
Well, in that case, the institute should be registered with a company and then only can do it. So my question was purely if it can be enrolled in your organization where we can provide the training. I mean, the other nitty-gritties can be covered when the kids can join in or whatever. That's different thing. But more or less on the training providing. I mean, I did see that semiconductor manufacturing was one of the things which was I don't know, I might have missed out, but it was not present in the overall thing. And with the OSATs and fabs coming in, that would be very important. So that's something which I wanted to understand, sir.
Yeah, right, Pradeep. Even the VLSI design was not part of the future jobs. I was also looking into it. The semiconductor ecosystem is not part of the future jobs.
Exactly, the semiconductor thing which is booming. So yeah, so we are institutes where we can give those kind of trainings, and if we can be a part of your esteemed organization, then it could be a game changer for India. That's the thought which I have.
Certainly, if you see that recently we have explored the option of pursuing students also, but here also we are bringing the model of learning by doing and earning while learning. It is not a simply no training kind of things. So if I feel that somewhere this no payment part also monetary benefit to the trainee or students can be brought in, or IESA can help some way somewhere. So we don't have any problem in enrolling any kind of institutions where the training can be provided if they have infrastructure and facilities. But that important component is that payment should also be made, because government will be paying. So we also expect that at least equal share need to be paid by the training institute.
Noted, sir.
Sir, good afternoon. I'm Hema from Bangalore.
Ma'am, very good afternoon.
Yes. So I have been in touch with yourself and Mr. Rahul Asati.
Yeah.
One case where we came across was this entity of diploma trainees. They
Yeah.
are not under AICT approval, so the apprenticeship was not possible to be enrolled.
Yeah.
So are there any chances to bring them also under this particular
I
umbrella?
think some of the courses recently I have seen that it has been approved by AICTE. So any courses that is approved by AICTE, yes, certainly we are going to consider that. And as you know that in our country, all technical education is being regulated by the regulatory body, that is AICTE. In case of non-engineering, means BA, BSc and all, either by UGC or the concerned state, any government no entity that has given the approval and all, that we consider it. So
Okay.
that we
Second
have to
point
look
is,
into.
if there is any backlog for the candidates, polytechnic or engineers, then if they are parallelly able to take up the particular exams and close it, can they be considered under apprenticeship and they can complete their particular education also?
Yeah,
Because
now
we
since
can say,
earlier the provision was not there for pursuing students, and if they have a backlog, because earlier we were telling no, there is no possibility because pass out only we were implementing. As I told you just now that now
yes.
pursuing students can also undergo, and since they have a backlog, so they will be considered as a pursuing student. So yes, you can bring them for 6 months under this scheme.
Okay. So the last question which I have is, uh, GTTC has got a program which has got about 1 year industrial training. Unlike our other diploma polytechnic institutes where the industrial training or internship is only 6 months. So since the apprenticeship is for 1 year, is it that only they have to take up only 6 months or they have to complete 1 year to get the apprenticeship certificate?
It is during the course of study itself, 1 year it is there.
No, if in case for the polytechnic institutes, it is only 6 months internship.
Okay.
So that time they will be completing the diploma and getting their particular certificates.
Okay.
But apprenticeship will be only partially completed.
No, no. What I could understand that you are telling that the GTTC is providing for apprenticeship for a period of 1 year, and other courses it is only for 6 months. Is it?
Yes. Yes.
So
yes,
in
yes.
this case, you see, as I told you at beginning itself, this pursuing candidates can undergo the apprenticeship training from a period of 6 months to 1 year. Also, that recent order we have received, in that it is very clear that it should be 6 months to 1 year.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
This is Vinod. Am I audible?
Little louder, can you speak, sir?
Yeah, this is Vinod here. How
Yeah.
about now? Okay, so what is the demographics of students who actually use this program? Is it engineering graduates or is it diploma holders or ITI?
As I told you at beginning, in our office, our both offices are implementing only for 4 category of the people. It is a graduate engineers, diploma engineers, graduate non-engineers means BA, BSc, BCom, and diploma non-engineers like diploma education and all. So these are the only 4 category of the students will be available with us across Pan India, across the country. You will get the database.
So now with regards to engineers, so basically like we have NPTEL, where there is an academic, which is linked to the academic bank of credits. So do we have any mechanism wherein we can look for candidates who actually has some specific skills which they have cleared through NPTEL skills program? Is my question clear?
Yes, yes, your question is very clear. But as of now, as I told you that this creditization we are just going to start, and that too for the pass out students right now, not for the even the pursuing candidates, because creditization is a new topic for us. So we have started for pass out students. Yes, it can be provided once if we are going for the pursuing candidates also. So at this
Slightly
time, we
different.
may be having a very limited information related to this key, whether they have undergone the NPTEL courses or they have any specific skill sets in which area. So those information will be very limited availability.
Got it. I think that will be useful because what happens is, because this skills-based training and what we normally find is the fresh graduates, even though they have studied the subject in coursework, the skills may be limited. So NPTEL provides reasonably good mechanism. So we were looking at saying, okay, can we find students who actually has done this set of courses in the NPTEL? So if such a search mechanism is available for engineering graduates, we'll be interested.
Very nice suggestion, sir. Certainly, during the enrollment process itself, we will try to incorporate it, and it is a good suggestion. Certainly, I will look into that to get incorporated during enrollment process itself.
Another question that I asked is like, we talked about if they do some quality work during their internship or apprentice. So do you have tie-ups? You said there is something projects in pipeline or it's in the pilot stage. So do you have tie-ups with some universities where the coursework that they do or the work they do is considered for credits? I know it's in pilot, but just curious in terms of where I can find more.
Actually, we are going to creditize the apprenticeship training. Okay, so apprenticeship training, it is very clear after passing out or during pursuing. So during pursuing, if they are doing, and that too, it will not be like a first year. They are going for some internship, or second year if they are going for some internship. We are only be going for creditization only 7th or 8th semester for engineering, or 6th or 5th or 6th semester for the diploma holders. So this will only be our creditization process in future for pursuing. And for pass out, yes, for 1 year we are certainly in the pipeline. So maybe in our no future days or prospective days, we may look into this pursuing students also, and certainly it will be for the final year component only. It will not be before final year.
Yeah, I'm also talking about. Anyway, thanks for the answers. I appreciate you taking time to do this.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm still not clear with one thing. like the skills that you mentioned on which the training is being given. So, just wanted to know that if the government is looking for the collaboration, like how this trainings are being given. Is it directly by the government or some institutional collaborations are going on?
That creditization that you are talking about.
Creditization as well as the training part.
Training part, see, we are this apprenticeship training is a part of apprenticeship act, so there is no question of recognition and all. It is as per the apprenticeship act. The apprenticeship training scheme, that is a NATS scheme, national apprenticeship training scheme, is being implemented. So recognition and all is unquestionable when something comes from the act. Okay.
Okay, so not about recognition. If we are
Hmm.
only talking about the training part,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
that's what I am
the
telling you. The training that is being imparted in line with the Apprenticeship Act. Apprenticeship Act has given a mandate that how the training should progress. So like it is telling that whenever students join, so they have to, their contract need to be registered, their performance need to be measured on quarterly basis, and then certifications should be given after completion of 1 year training. So we are just following the guideline as per the Apprenticeship Act. So
So what is trying to ask is who is giving the training? Is it the
yeah.
government which is directly
no,
giving the training, or
that's what I told at the very beginning itself. It is on the job training in the industry. We are just a facilitator. We are just interface in between students and industry. So training is being imparted in the industry, in the shop floor
The
establishment itself.
industry who hires, the industry who
Yes,
is going
yes,
to hire.
absolutely, absolutely. They are getting trained in the industry only.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Hello, sir.
Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Vimla this side, and I'm from a company called Chip Spirit. We are into semicon industry. My question was mostly about the same industry, like how much percentage of the student pool, or approximately the ratio of the students, can I expect in with this program?
As I told you at beginning, ma'am, that ratio means how many manpower do you have. A very simple approach is that 2.5% to 15% of the total manpower that you can get it as an apprentice from our side.
No, no, sir. That was not my question. It's like, is there a chance, like, am I going to get a good pool of students or freshers?
Yeah,
Post
as I
this
told you
program?
that the last 5 year pass out students database will be available in the system. So it will be a kind of good mix set of the students. So this year you can search. That's what I am telling. Suppose if you want only freshers, this year pass out students only, we have provided a lot of filters into that. Suppose you want 75% plus students only, you want only particular district students only, you want this month pass out students only, all the filters can be applied and you can consider accordingly.
Okay, so my another question is, like, you have mentioned कि 1 year of training is what mandatory. If my understanding is wrong here, 6 to 1 year of training is mandatory for pursuing students or for the freshers who have already completed their studies.
See, for the completed student it is fixed 1 year, and for
Okay.
pursuing students it will be 6 months to 1 year.
But what if in our organizations it's like we have only 6 months of internship with us? So
So
will
that's what
that
I
be
told you, bring it
considered
under
here?
6 months. Pursuing students you bring under 6 months part.
It is not pursuing students, people who have already completed their studies.
Okay, so I can tell you here also. See, we can fit any of your requirement in apprenticeship training scheme. See, you bring the
Okay.
6 month under apprentice. You select 12 month. You bring after completion of their 6 month, you can terminate their contract, provide the employment. You migrate them on the employment, and you avail the benefits under this scheme. You might be investing a lot of money, resources, manpower for these
Correct.
programs. So initial 6 months you bring under this scheme. After 6 months, if you feel you are going to migrate on your role, you migrate it and terminate all those students. After 6 months itself, their contract gets terminated. Only one part will be there. Here they won't get the certificate. from the government.
Okay, okay, got it. But anyways, we are providing them the internship offer letters, and of course, if
No,
they're
I
converted
will
into
request
employees,
you that
employment
please bring
offers
those
also.
set of student under this scheme itself. So let them.
Sir, I lost you in between. Sorry. Am I audible to rest of the people?
Yeah, yeah,
Or not?
Vimala. I think sir was trying to convey that, you are still eligible because, you have interns and you have offered them, so you can bring them under this act and claim uh, the benefits from the scheme.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's what I
Great,
wanted.
great. Got it, got it. My last question is with regards to the stipend amount. It's like the standard stipend mentioned was 9,000,
Yeah,
8,500 to 9,000,
yeah.
whereas we provide our is like 15K above as internship stipend what we give. So how is this considered? Is that only the 9K will be
As I
considered?
told you, yeah, you can consider in this way. Let us say that you are providing 15,000 rupees. If you want to reduce the cost, you want to reduce the burden of your industry in a smarter way, what you can do, 10,500 you can pay and 4,500 let the government pay. That is one part. Second part that you
Okay.
want, no, we want to give more benefits. Yes, that is well and good. You pay your 15,000 share, 4,500 we will pay.
So what is the maximum limit which can be paid from the government?
There is no upper limit. There is a minimum, but there is no maximum.
Okay, the minimum limit is?
Minimum limit is 9,000. Minimum should be 9,000 for graduates, 8,000 for diploma.
Okay, so if it is 15K of stipend,
Yeah.
9,000 will be paid by the government
No,
and rest for,
no,
okay.
no. 4,500, 9,000 is the minimum statutory stipend. In that, 50% only will be paid by the government of India. Okay.
Okay,
And
so
now,
whatever our stipend is, sorry sir, sorry to interrupt.
that is why you are
Whatever
telling
the
for
stipend is,
15,000, let us say you are paying. So there are two
uh,
ways to handle this. Suppose you say that since the government is paying to 4,500, you can tell your students 4,500 will come separately from the government. Even we are planning in future to integrate something Canara Bank so that at a time itself this entire 15,000 go. But as of now, it will go 4,500 from our side, 10,500 from your side. But second things you, because ultimately it became 15,000. But if you want to say that
yeah.
no, I am paying 15,000 and let the student get the government benefits separately. So that is also well and good. You pay 15,000, we will also pay 4,500 to them on monthly basis. So it became 19,500 for them.
Okay, okay, got it. So 4,500 is the limit.
Yes, absolutely correct. For graduates and 4,000 for diploma.
Graduate.
And if it is
Okay,
a pursuing students, in that case, it will be 8,000 for graduates and 7,000 for the diploma.
got it, sir. How about the postgraduates? Are they also covered in this?
No, PG is not eligible under this scheme.
PG is not eligible. Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else? So I think
Yeah, I think it
even
was an intense and insightful discussion. Everyone had doubts and they must have got clarification. Also,
yeah,
we will be putting this recorded link on our ESA YouTube channel. So whoever has missed out also, you can share it with them in your networks so they can also get a benefit out of that. Right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much and have a great weekend. Thank you.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Already
Thank you all.